Let's get it. We are live. Let's go. What's popping? Hope you guys are having the best day ever. What is good? IG, TikTok, let's go. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. What is going on? So I'm not going to waste any time because I'm kind of pressed for time today. So with that being said, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. What is going on, fam? Welcome to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. I almost stalled there for a second, but wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about where I'm at, how I'm feeling, because I'm kind of struggling, and I feel like it's important to voice where you're at, especially, being like a fitness coach and, trying to portray this role of, I guess you could come to the page and think I got everything going on, but like I'm a human being too, and I feel like it's really important to talk about that stuff as well, because I think we have a tendency to look at people who are succeeding in fitness and almost like kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but like almost view them as they don't struggle or they have everything put together, when in reality, it's honestly the opposite of that. So I felt like it was important to come on here and kind of give you guys some insight about where I'm at and how I'm feeling. And to be fully transparent, the last few weeks have been pretty tough. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. So let me ask you guys a question. Have you felt like at any point in time where you're just like really struggling? You just like can't seem to put the pieces together, or you just don't have the energy to show up? If you feel that way, let me know and drop it in the comments. Or if you're watching this on the replay, you can just nod your head, because I really do understand, like, life could just be difficult sometimes. I believe that, and over the last few weeks, I think things have been really difficult for me. Like, I moved across the country, I left my family, like, while I'm prepping for a show. Nonetheless, I'm prepping for a fitness competition. I'm also trying to grow my business. Like, I'm fucking shocked. Like, I'm not trying to complain, but I think it's really, really beneficial to hear people open up and be vulnerable, because sometimes I think majority of people just really don't feel comfortable doing so. And I'm not going to lie, like, sometimes I don't, but I almost want to look at that as an opportunity to be different, to be unique, to voice my stories and struggles, to help other people kind of really create the belief in themselves. And I might be rambling a little bit because I'm trying to articulate this the best way I can in the most efficient manner possible. But at the end of the day, like, I'm honestly I'm absolutely shot. I'm drained. I'm tired. I don't, I don't really feel like doing the things that I have to do on a consistent basis. And honestly, majority of us don't. Do you feel that way? If you're watching this or listening to this on the replay, do you feel that way? Do you feel like majority of the time that you actually want to do the things that you have to do? I think we could all agree that more often than not, you probably don't, right? But I think that's the key principle that I really want to get across here tonight, is that in order to succeed in anything, okay, we need to understand that you have to show up when you don't feel like it. And I have been showing up regardless, day in and day out. But there's a lot of times I just genuinely don't want to. But this is what I signed up for, and I need to accept that, right? Because success does not care how you feel. It just doesn't. Like, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't really give a shit what you got going on in your mind. But if you want to achieve uncommon results, you're going to have to do things in an uncommon manner. Like, I really do believe that. And I think the key component of that is integrity. So if you said you're going to do something, you got to do it. And a few years ago, I haven't always been that guy. I haven't. I'm going to be fully transparent and say that. And I think that's what motivates me now, is like, I want to be that guy. So then what's really interesting is like, well, what separates you from that? What creates the shift? How can you change? And like, going through that process, trying different things, that's something that's really interesting to me. And I believe that, like, if you want to separate yourself, it comes from discipline, consistency, sacrifice, like all the things that we don't want to do, that we know we have to do, but oftentimes we just choose not to. And that's the thing, is like, when you choose to actually do the things you don't want to consistently, followed over time, that's how you get results. Whether it be fitness, nutrition, business, life, relationships, whatever the case may be. And that's like the foundational theme that I want on this podcast, is that it's not just lifting and eating, okay? It's how you conduct yourself on a daily basis and understanding that you have the power to change that. But it's creating that belief, which does take time, work, effort. But I know for a fact when you consistently show up on those days you don't want to, time and time again, that's where the magic happens, baby. That's what it is. I'm telling you, because I've seen that for myself the last couple of years. Does that make sense? Are we resonating? Oh shit, what's going on? What is going on? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's get it. Curse just be pulling off steady. I appreciate you. I'm so passionate. I appreciate that. What do you do for a living? I am an online fitness coach, lifestyle transformation specialist. We specialize in women's body recomp. Not to say I can't work with men because, obviously I am a dude. And I'm also prepping for my first fitness competition. I'm going to be on stage June 24th. Let's get it. I know I'm hiding the guns a little bit, but I'm working. I'm working every day, man. Really excited to bring my best to the stage June 24th. My coach is absolutely slaying the game plan. The results have been tremendous, but that's another conversation. I was just scrolling through TikTok and I wanted to answer that really quick. So let's keep this rolling because I feel like I'm rambling with this podcast. But anyway, let's get it. So that's really how I felt over the last couple of years. I struggled immensely with finding purpose and passion. And I think it comes down to being integral with your work. And why is that important? Well, because if you're constantly compromising on yourself, you're not going to take yourself seriously. And I noticed this a few weeks ago. Like I felt myself slipping a little bit. I felt myself almost kind of falling backwards. Why? Because I wasn't being integral with my routine. And I think that's so absolutely crucial is your morning routine. So if you don't have one, I challenge you to implement one, because I think single-handedly over the last couple of years, that's been one of the biggest things that has helped me, with my mindset, confidence, energy levels, by keeping the promises that I make to myself, with getting up at a certain time, making my bed, and just practicing some form of self-love in the morning before I pick up my phone. Because once you pick up that phone, the day starts. And if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to have the energy or enthusiasm to show up anywhere else as your best self. And if you want to achieve great results, you're going to have to do things differently. So that may be waking up an hour earlier than you normally would. And that may be consistently following a morning routine, even though you don't want to, because that's going to give you the time that you need to go and work on yourself in the gym so you can show up as a more confident, energy-driven individual at your job, in your relationships, as a friend, family member, whatever the case may be. It is a choice that is in your control. And we have the power to believe that. But that's something that you need to do for yourself. Nobody can do it for you. But that is the goal with these live streams and me in this podcast here, as I stutter my words because I'm a human being as well. But it's really to just show and lead the light. It's like, hey, we're all just human beings. Like, we're trying to figure it out. I show as well. And that was really the theme for tonight, is that, nothing great can be achieved through mediocre habits. If you want to do great things, then you're going to have to do things you don't want to do. You're going to have to act in an uncommon manner. I think we have a tendency to complicate the process, but simply put, like, if you do hard shit consistently over and over again, I think that's the answer. And if you're listening or watching this right now, I challenge you right now to make that choice that you've been contemplating for a while. Take the leap, fight back, push yourself, get out of your comfort zone, because I want you guys to realize that nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's coming to save you. No one's knocking on your door. No one's telling you got to do X, Y, Z. Okay. It's all on you. And I believe that your change can start right now if you just make the choice, the decision. So I'm challenging you right now to put your foot down. Let's fucking get it. Make something happen. Make the choice. Fight back, because, time's limited. Nothing's promised. We take so many things for granted. And that was a great book that I read. The Magic by Rhonda Byrne was talking really just about consistently practicing gratitude. And I got that as a gift from one of my clients a few months ago. And it was an absolutely incredible read. And, just really taking some time to be thankful for what you have, a roof over your head, food on the table, clothes on your back. And when you constantly practice that state of being, it really allows you to just live a happier life. And when operate from that capacity mentally, and you continuously stack the small wins, keep the promises that you make to yourself, excuse me, show up when you don't feel like it. Like, I think that's where magic happens and success is found. And happiness, in my opinion, is really subjective, and it's whatever you believe that it is. And, I can't sit here and tell you what that is for yourself. I know what that looks like for me, but it's different for everybody. All right. So, but at the same time, I do think that implementing the things that I'm speaking about could definitely have a positive impact on your life. Like, if we realistically zoom out for a second, how could that make you worse? By keeping the promises that you make to yourself, having a morning routine, taking care of yourself, moving your body, choosing better nutrients. Like, how could that have a negative impact on your life? Right. And I think coming at it from that perspective is like, okay, like, yeah, it sucks, it's hard, but choosing some better decisions for myself consistently is going to allow me to function at an optimal rate, which is going to allow me to live a better life. And I think that is one of the best choices that you can make for yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And that often leads to financial success as well, because you are what you give. Energy is contagious. So I dare you, take action, implement a morning routine, trust yourself, have fun, enjoy the process. That's what it is, baby. Let's get it. What? How was that? My last name is boring. Can I have yours? Haha, that's a good one. I don't know what that means. What's up? Can you give my friend Darian a shout out? She just failed out of college. So I almost failed out of college too. I don't know if I'm shouting that out though. Should we reward that for failing out of college? Probably not. It's probably not a good thing. But guys, that's all I had for tonight. I'm going to scroll through, see if I missed anything. Anything we got on Facebook. That's it. That's all. That was good. You recorded? Yes, Steph. So if you go onto my Instagram, it's actually so you're on TikTok. So if you go to my profile, my Instagram is linked. And if you go to my Instagram, this is going to be repurposed as my podcast. And you can find that podcast in the link of my bio on my Instagram. It's called the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. It's something that I'm really proud of. Started it almost a year ago now. Have almost 80 episodes in the bank. I'm working on a couple more behind the scenes. I try and put out a few a week. So if you want to check it out, let me know. Would really appreciate it. The link is in my bio on Instagram. Instagram is SALFIT. Salfit. That's what it is, baby. So as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you got value. Thank you very much. Hope you have the best night ever. I got to go finish up a couple things, but that is it. That is all. We'll talk soon. Peace, love, and protein, fam.